The Earth year is 2020. Alien spaceships have approached the NASA Expedition HQ on Mars and spectacularly destroyed it. The androids, led by the vicious Queen Zelda from the planet Guk in the galaxy of Alpha Centauri, have now made their base on Mars, and from it intend to attack planet Earth. Zelda, what kind of character do you play in Terrahawks? And without giving away too many secrets, what's the plot?
I am not going to give away any secrets, young man. I play the Imperial Queen of the planet Guk, a brilliant and extremely wise and all-powerful creature whose plan is to rid the universe of the tyranny and destructiveness of human life.
Thunderbirds and Stingray and one or two other shows have returned to the British screens recently, and I was pleasantly surprised that even without any kind of promotion or publicity, they have attracted quite a big audience and are very popular. And I thought, well, if a show that is some 15 years old is popular still, then I think a new show and an updated show would be very successful. So I made this decision to come back into the puppet business.
We're picking up a massive signal. Spacehawk must have it.
We have to assume Hero is some kind of replica. Space Sergeant 101, this is Neinstein. I'm giving you a direct order.
Open fire.
You obey only my command.
Fire immediately.
Obey orders, master and slave. Humans must be obeyed.
He shorted out, sir.
The Space Hawk is neutralized. Neinstein and his sniveling pack are at our mercy.
When we started Terrahawks, it was particularly difficult because, you know, at the time of Thunderbirds, we had been making puppet show after puppet show, and we had all the specialized equipment, and we had an enormous stock of miniature properties and puppets and clothes, and so it wasn't too difficult. But coming back to puppets, we had to start literally from square one. We didn't have a puppet, we didn't have a set, we didn't have a miniature prop, we didn't even have offices. And we took 6 months to prepare for the show.
You ended Thunderbirds at its peak when it was very successful. Why did you do that?
Well, in fact, it was not my decision to stop Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds was made for Lou Grade, and it was an enormously successful program, and we made 32 1-hours. And I used to meet Lou Grade 7:30 in the morning when I had to discuss what we were going to do next. And at the end of Thunderbirds, I went along to his office, and to my surprise, he said that he thought about it very carefully, and that he felt that an entirely new show would be the thing to do.
Come on! Thunderbird 2 from Thunderbird 4. The co-pilot's aboard the capsule. The pilot should be aboard in a couple of seconds.
Thunderbird 2, FAB. Are you aboard the rescue capsule? Sing out if you are. I can hear you over the radio.
Okay. All aboard.
Right. Hold tight. Thunderbird 2 to mobile control and Thunderbird 4. I'm clearing area. Looks like she's going up any second.
Again, going back to Thunderbirds, the puppets the heads were made of fiberglass, so obviously they were rigid. And the mouth, it was only just the bottom lip that moved, and it was hinged at 2 points there. And so the bottom lip would flap open and shut, and it really wasn't very realistic. I mean, at the time it was fine. But now puppets have soft faces, so they're capable of a variety of expressions. The new mouth movements are variable and therefore much more expressive. The eyes are radio controlled, which means more puppeteers can work on one puppet than was possible before. And it also means that the eyes can move very smoothly from left to right and up and down, and they can even roll their eyes. So, you know, the main thing with the puppets is that they're much more believable.
Zelda, it's reported that you're over 100 years old. Isn't that a bit late to be starting a career in television?
Young man, hasn't anyone told you that it's not polite to reveal a lady's age? However, where I come from, they say life begins at 140. So I feel it's appropriate to emerge on the television screens at this moment in time.
Maybe about here, won't it?
Oh, yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
You can have him slightly further away from the door.
We're looking into the silo, Jan, to start.
Simon, may need your brush with black paint on, just for one little bit around the door, please.
In shooting the puppets is many, many problems. You have to position the set around the hole in the floor where the puppet is put and play everything from floor level. It's building the set around the puppets, which is one of the big problems for angle changes and so on.
All right, Michael?
Really.
And music.
I look into your eyes, and my heart begins to race. It's then I realize that the vision of your face that sends me flying high. My mind soars to the sky, to where you are my star, you are my world.
Okay, cut.
Fine.
Smoking this.
Yeah, put the fans on. Fine, actually. Very good indeed.
We don't write down to children. I mean, I think that's mistake number one. And it's a trap that some producers fall into, in my view. We write the show as if it is for adults anyway. And so I think that's good for the children, and it also helps the show get an adult audience.
Right, lad. Right leads to the reactor chamber. That's covered. We'll go left.
At this particular moment in time, I'm very happy to be working with puppets, mainly because I can do exactly what I want. And I don't have to take a particular name, and I can appoint my own directors. And I just enjoy the artistic freedom.
How have you found working on your first job with Jerry Anderson?
I suppose the money could be better, but he's straight, honest, and there are no strings attached.